What is up, guys? Welcome back to another review video, and in today's review video we got the Plano storage trunk. I'm just going to give you a quick rundown on it, tell you whether or not I think it's worth it, whether or not you should get something more or less expensive, and just give you everything about it. So let's jump right into the video. Okay guys, before we get directly into this video, before we start talking about some of the details of the thing, I do want to say that down below, if you click, look down, like in the description, just like look down, this will be linked there if you want to check it out for yourself. So I just wanted to say that before we get too far in the video, just so you know it's there. But this is the Plano storage trunk. I picked this up for $25 on Amazon. Yeah, $25 on Amazon. And that really surprised me because I know you can get totes and stuff like the things at Walmart. But one thing a lot of, at least sportsmen I know, outdoorsmen I know, when they go on big trips or they do something like that, they have something like this that they can take all their clothes and, you know, basically that kind of stuff in. And it's very helpful because it's pretty big. Like, it's not just like a little one. You can fit all your clothes in here and some of your other necessities as well. And, you know, the whole point of having a hard one like this versus just like a cheap Walmart one, just so it makes sure everything is protected pretty well. And I mean, I don't know what to say. That's pretty much what it's used for. And that's definitely, this one's made for that. They make a lot of other ones like this. It's got wheels on it so you could carry it a little easier if need be. So you could kind of drag it instead of, you know, just lift it. Because after you get a lot of stuff in here, it could potentially be very heavy. Especially, you know, so you start putting like ammo and stuff like that in here. But personally, I'm going to use this for clothes. Might put my sleeping bag in here. You know, maybe some stuff like my chargers, you know, all that kind of stuff. Just as much as I can possibly fit in here. I'll keep the ammo and my guns separate in a different case. So basically, this was $25, which I've already mentioned, which is crazy cheap because when I've looked at these, they're usually a lot more expensive for a specific one. Granted, you can just get a tote at Walmart, but like I just explained, there is a reason that this is specifically a sportsman's trunk. It's just the way it's made. It's basically just made for you to carry around like that, to be thrown around. And I don't understand why, but the seller I bought this from Amazon, I don't know if it was just a marketing ploy to make you think it was a good deal or what, but when I bought this on Amazon, it was one for $25, or a 2-pack was $100. So if you do that math, that means if you buy 2 of them, you're paying $50 each, versus if you bought 4 individual ones, you could get them for the same price. So I'm not really sure what was up with that. I'm not sure if this is like a certain sale or what. I can honestly not tell you if it was being sold from Plano or not. I think it was warehoused by Amazon. It got here in like a day. So I'm not really sure who had this. But Plano, as you guys know, I have several other reviews if you guys want to check those out as well on some gun cases and stuff. But I'm a pretty big fan of Plano, you know, fishing boxes. I think they're a good company. And one of my favorite things about Plano is their capability to make good stuff cheap. And that's what I really like about this. I will go ahead and straight up tell you off the bat, if you don't want to watch forever of just a review video, this thing is very, very, very cheap. Like, it's light plastic, you know, it's very, like you can see me just bending it. It's not that sturdy, but if there was something in here and I just dropped this, I would have faith that it wouldn't break. I mean, it all depends what was in there, but I mean, it's pretty hard. It's not like I'm going to throw something on it or drop a cinder block on it and it's going to break. But compared to a lot of the other ones I felt, it is considerably cheaper, and these things just lock down. I mean, they're pretty easy. They don't lock into place, but they lock pretty tight. They're not just going to accidentally come undone if you're worried about something like that happening. There's 2 in the front, and 2 on each side. It's pretty big. It's 108 quarts, which that's what I was looking for when I was looking at this. I wanted something that was going to be bigger. I didn't want just a normal tote or something that was really tall. I wanted it to fit in the truck bed just fine, you know. It's very, very space, I guess, conscious. Like, this will fit wherever I need it to. 108 quarts. It should hold all my stuff just fine. And it's also not like a Yeti cooler on the inside of it. And I say that because those type of Yeti coolers, I feel like when you open them, that on the inside they're way smaller than you think because the walls are pretty thick. This is very, very cheap material. Like this is not thick stuff at all. So I mean, it's got a lot more room in it in my opinion, and I kind of like that over the really, really thick ones. Besides the fact that it just feels cheap, but once again, I don't think it's one of those things that needs to feel expensive. Like, I'm going to be keeping clothes in here. For the most part, it will be clothes in here and stuff like that. Why do I need my clothes to be in like a titanium case? Now, I have a really nice case on my gun because we had an issue last year with a scope getting knocked off and we missed a hog, and it just wasn't a good situation in a hunt we went on. But I don't ever feel the need for my like clothes or that kind of stuff to be like insanely protected, and it is protected just fine in my opinion. I don't think anything's going to hurt this case. So for $25, honestly don't think you can beat this. Now it does have wheels. You can feel they're very cheap, but they do work. Like they do work just fine. The only thing is there's not a handle over here. I mean there's I guess a place where you could tie a handle or put some sort of handle in it. I mean, there's little places up front as well where you could lock it or something like that if you wanted to. But overall, I think this is a terrific deal. I would 1000% recommend this to anybody that doesn't have something like this, that needs a little sportsman's trunk per se, or I mean just a tote to keep your stuff in at the house. I keep all my stuff in totes at the house just to kind of keep it, I guess, out of the atmosphere, out of the air. Just seems to keep it a little cleaner, a little better. Keeps it over time, I guess, is the easiest way to say it, than just having it laid out somewhere. Because a lot of our hunting clothes only get used, a fourth to a half of the year. So that's why I really like this thing, and especially as I'm filming this video, currently we have a big hunt coming up. So I'm going to be loading this thing down, giving it the full test. But honestly, I think it will be absolutely fine for everything I'm going to put in it. Once again, I'm not going to put a bunch of glass containers in it and hope nothing breaks. I don't think it would anyways. I think this would hold up just fine. Once again, the only downside to me is it just feels cheap. But I don't think it's a cheap that would affect it. So personally, I really like this. I would 1000% recommend it. $25 is going to be the cheapest you can find something like this. Once again, maybe at Lowe's or Walmart or somewhere, you catch a plastic random tote on sale. Might be able to get it, but I don't think it's going to be as good as quality as this. But I mean, definitely, if you're one of the quality people, you can go out and get something that's $100 or $80, and it's going to be a lot more quality than this. But honestly, I personally believe, save the money, get something like this. It will work just the same for you. So that's pretty much my final thoughts on the Plano Sportsman's trunk. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you're doing me one huge favor, and please hit that subscribe button. It means so much to me. You have no clue how much a subscription means. It helps the channel grow. It helps me keep putting out these videos, most importantly for you guys. And I also just like you to remember, if you want to check this out for yourself, if you want a Plano storage trunk or anything like it, I will have it linked in the description, so you can go ahead and check that out. But stay tuned to the channel for more reviews coming in the future. Thank you guys so much for watching. We will catch you next time, and as always, take someone outdoors.